I'm Alan Girard. I just turned 58 years young. I've been doing CrossFit, I think, for 5 years. I actually joined the gym through a Groupon that my then girlfriend, now wife, bought for me because I had recently gone to the doctor and got some troubling news. Maybe not troubling, but opened my eyes. Diagnosed pre-diabetic. I had actually had a wound on my leg that didn't heal for months, and I hadn't told her about it until she saw it one time, and it was, when I went to the doctor, it was kind of bad news. So I was still just trying to cover it up with, antibiotic cream and Band-Aids, and it just wasn't getting any better.
Yeah.
Well, I think then it was, I needed to do something obviously about my health. I wasn't eating, I was eating crap, and a lot of it. I'm addicted to chocolate and ice cream. I can distinctively remember going to, Walgreens and Walmart the days after the holiday and buying all the chocolate for half price.
Yeah.
Bags and bags of it, because it won't go bad. So, that's
real. It's real for a lot of people.
And I needed to, I was extremely overweight.
What was your starting weight when you started CrossFit?
Like 282.
And throughout your 5 years, have you yo-yoed? Have you just
Well, I never worried about my weight a whole lot.
But you were diagnosed pre-diabetic.
Yeah, which, through the doctor, I started eating, cut out all my sugar, and, had to check my blood level all the time, and I got it down to, what she wanted me to. Just, but it wasn't really so much a weight loss thing.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then I guess, a couple years ago, I had a nutrition consult, and we, made a plan, and I lost about 32 to 35 pounds, which I'm still hovering around the 250, but
Sure.
I don't really have a plan, but I know how to eat now.
Yeah.
And I know when I don't eat right.
Yeah. Your body feels it, huh?
Well, I feel it.
Yeah.
And I know it. And I think a lot of it is, my cardio.
Yeah.
I mean, I have something with my lung going on, so it's like,
It's hard.
it's not gonna
Change.
go away.
Yeah, totally.
And I think that's the hardest part.
Yeah, can't change that. I'm sure in your head you're like, man, if I would have done this, this, and this differently back then, this, and this, maybe that'd be different.
Oh yeah,
You can't change the past, right?
If I didn't smoke for 20 years and...
But you can't change that.
No.
And you realize that. And I think a lot of younger kids or adults or people who are struggling, right? Like, they're so fixated on what they cannot change. And here you are, like 58, come to the gym 5 to 6 days a week with, a lot of years of experience, and now you're like, well, you know what? Can't fucking change the past, but I sure as hell can change what I do now.
Exactly. Can't change the past, and you can't look forward. You just got to take care of what's in front of you right now.
Yeah, I agree.
Because you don't, you never know what's going to be there tomorrow. So I did the on-ramp, is what they called it back then, and it was kind of, a lot of it was, for me, I think, was how much I can lift.
Yeah, totally.
And
every person that comes in here.
And I did that for a while, but then, it was like deadlift, it started hurting my back. And then it was like, and then as I...
52, 53 when you started, right?
Yeah, I guess around there.
5 years now. Okay.
Yeah. And, I was throwing up some heavy pounds and some things. And
like what? We need to know. These
well,
people need to know.
I probably back squatted 415 was my max. Which I don't know if I can do that now. I've come close, I think, 385, 395.
Sure, but how's your range of motion now compared to that?
Probably pretty decent.
Better, right?
Although my running kind of ruined that, but no, we'll get to that later. I can, I'm a fairly push press is pretty extravagant.
So
bad snatcher, but we'll work on that. After, trying to deadlift for, whatever, and hurting my back, and then hurting for, a week on end, and not being able to work out or minimal movement, it was like, when am I ever going to deadlift 500 pounds? Never.
Yeah.
So, I've learned to, scale back and do it for a purpose. And, to, do it correctly, do the movements correctly, and, more reps to where I'm, getting cardio or, a high intensity workout instead of just doing one. Drop the weight, do more. I'd rather be able to do a whole workout instead of RXing and doing hardly any of the workout, because it's kind of defeating the purpose. I'd have trouble running continuously, even for an 800. And through this, journey of training for the half marathon, I was able to finish it under a time cap I was given, and continuously run multiple miles without having to walk. And before, I couldn't, an 800, I'd have to probably stop and walk. Part of it.
What did you learn through that experience?
That if I actually, put my mind to something and, follow direction, which I've always known to follow direction, but doing it's another thing. Goals are achievable. And even at any age. And after that day, I said I'd never do another half marathon again. And then somehow I kind of got maybe talked into doing another one.
Yeah, you keep running somehow.
So, and I run on my own.
So what are two things that you love about CrossFit? Like, what do you love about it? Like, what keeps you coming back?
The people. I have a good time doing it. And, just, it gives me accountability, because I'm glad that it's on my way home from work, because if I had to go home first, I wouldn't come back out. And, it's just, if it wasn't for CrossFit, I probably wouldn't be active hardly at all, other than, minimal. Wouldn't be any really exercise.
It wouldn't be intentional.
No.
Would you have started sooner?
Oh, for sure. Yes, because I don't know if, I have some other underlying health issues, but I don't know if, I'm sure, what I did a long time ago has some, effect of that. And, probably if I was involved in, some sort of physical activity, some of that could have been avoided. And, I probably would have been a lot healthier.
From 1,000 different walks of life. I mean, how many people in your class are 10 years younger than you?
All of them, practically.
Sprinkle it in, right? You got doctors, you got kids, you got young adults, you got people more older than you as well, right? Like all walks of life. It's definitely a safe place, right? Like it's that place that you can come, which is what you need when you're kind of going through that stuff.
Right.
So what would you tell somebody who's struggling and doesn't really know where to look? When it comes down to fitness, since you've gone through that route.
Well, you need to, open yourself up to other people and ask for help. I mean, that's, there is no cure to alcoholism or drug addiction. So you have to ask for help. And if you're struggling in the gym, if you're struggling in life, you don't obviously have the answer. And you need to, reach out for someone that has experienced and has the answer. It took me a few attempts to get sober. I mean, it didn't happen overnight. And, you just gotta, one of the slogans in recovery is keep coming back. And that's what you have to do.
Fitness is the same way.
Not going to get fit sitting on the couch. I don't know if it's advice. I mean, you just got to do it. I mean, take the first step. I mean, I've been sober almost 23 years, and it didn't start by not doing anything. You just gotta get in, and listen and pay attention. Realize that you're not going to be, able to do it at first, and you just need to work up to it, and you'll be fine. I mean, that's why they give you scales. So, you can do it. You just got to do it.